Hi guys, it's Kathy. I hope you're doing well. Kelly, I'm so sorry. That sucks. Maybe they've caught it early enough they can figure out the underlying causes to slow whatever's going on. You never know. You never know because you go to the doctor a lot. So they might have caught it early. I don't know the last time you had blood work done. I used to get blood work done every 3 months like clockwork when I had insurance. All right. I got two clips today. Two new judges. I have no idea how good or bad they are, or in between. Hopefully, fingers crossed. We're not going to be bored to tears for 2 hours long. But who knows what happens on this channel? Who even knows?
I find that you can understand the nature of the proceedings and adequately communicate with your attorney about your case.
Competency.
We push pause on the
Okay.
case. So by doing that, you are going to be examined by psychiatrists or psychologists regarding your competency. And doctor will issue an evaluation, a report. I'll get a copy. Your attorney will get a copy. You'll see it. And the prosecution will get a copy of that report. You shall cooperate with the psychiatrist or person conducting the examination. And if you are non-cooperative, then those individuals may testify and express an opinion about your competence based on any confessions or admissions or other evidence or facts surrounding the commission of the offense. By raising the question of incompetency, in this case, you waive any claim of confidentiality or privilege as to any communication made by you to any doctor who's conducting the examination. Any statements that you make during the examination cannot be used against you in your case when the prosecution puts their evidence on. But they could be used against you as what we call rebuttal evidence if you choose to testify at trial. And they could be used at any sentencing phase of the case. You have the right to be examined by a psychiatrist or psychologist of your choosing in connection with this proceeding. And if you chose an independent, if you chose another psychologist or psychiatrist to do that examination, then again, a report of that would be provided to both me and the prosecution. If after the evaluation, I determine that you are incompetent to proceed in this case, then I would order you to complete restoration therapy. And that is education classes to hopefully get you up to competency where we can restart the case and move the case forward. You are out of custody. I would order that you, if you were incompetent, that you complete those restoration classes on an outpatient basis. However, if you did not show up to those and you weren't making connection with the facility, I could then say, well, you're going back in custody and we're going to do it on an inpatient basis. That means that it would occur while you were in the jail. If you were found incompetent, and if it was found that your restorability to competency was not something that would occur within the foreseeable future, your case could be dismissed. If you are found competent or you're eventually restored to competency, then the case would pick up right where we left off with it today. So with that, I am going to order the competency evaluation on an outpatient basis, if that has not already been ordered yet. I don't know if Judge Gerberaw did that, and we'll do a mental health hold on the case.
Judge, could we get a Bridges liaison appointed as well?
Yes, thank you. And we will appoint our Bridges liaison on this case. And let's come back for a status conference in about 30 days to see where things are.
I think we have November 4th.
November 4th at 1:30 p.m.
Judge, that's the 6th,
November 6th,
Thursday.
Thursday, 1:30 p.m.
Calendars.
Anything further?
Yes, Judge, while we're here and my client's adoptive mother is present in the courtroom, I see in the court file, there's a number for my client, Mr. Fife. I want to verify while we're all here that that's still a working number so that both Bridges and the evaluator can immediately get in touch. Ms. Tony, is the 2663 number still good to reach Teddy? I don't know where that came from. Instead, can I give them your 8883 number?
Yes, please. That was Thursday at 6 at 1:30.
November 6th, Thursday at 1:30. Judge, for the record, if the court could change the number for Mr. Fife to 719
I muted that. I'm a professional.
888.
All right, we will do that.
$10, I'll give you the real number. Just kidding.
Okay. What's a good day then, Cindy? We're gonna scratch that November date.
November.
Oh, you're in a homicide trial, Judge. Sorry.
Is he the murderer? Hey, Chat GPT just told me I cannot change the at. I can't fix it. So I'm going to believe Chat GPT this time. Unfortunately, me and Chat GPT just went around in a circle, and I had a fight with him because of you, Nan. I used you as an example. I said it's showing up as at Pumpkin Nan, the account name, instead of at Nan, the username. Guess what ChatGPT tried to tell me? Well, that is a glitch because of the NAN means not a number. So there is an internal glitch. That user will have to change their username from not a number to something else, anything else. I'm like, no, that's not the problem. That's not the problem. So I tried to explain it again, and ChatGPT went right back to, wow, NAN means not a number. Yeah, I freaking know that, sir. But finally, after I caps locked, forget about Nan. Look at this. He said, yeah, you can't fix that. Oh, well, yeah, I can. Switch to live chat replay, pop-out mode, done. That didn't work. Use third-party chat overlay. I have the OBS chat dock open, and it can be configured to show the chat name only. Okay, so it's just going to get rid of the and. Okay. I don't want to speak to him right now because last night I took a couple hours and I worked on a project that I've been wanting to do for a while. And last night I finally did it. I wrote an application. I created an app last night. Oops. There we go. I created an app last night that will track all of my harder to find courtrooms and send me a text message as soon as they are live. They rarely ever go live. So for me to get Milwaukee, you've not seen Milwaukee. I recorded Milwaukee one time, and it was so freaking good. This guy was screaming and cursing out the judge. The judge was screaming and cursing out this guy. It was total chaos. I was at work. I was at Big Dog. I was serving. And I found it on my phone. Oh, this is great. So I hit record. Well, my phone half the time records audio and half the time it doesn't. So the one singular time I got Milwaukee, I didn't get the audio. That was Laverne and Shirley, right? Milwaukee, right? Right? That's right. So I wrote an application. I wrote an app last night with G, and I kept arguing with him the whole time. Arguing with him. Anyway, so I have I have the whole app structured. I just don't have all of my Wisconsin sites in there yet, except for one, and that's Judge Frost. Because you guys know I love Judge Frost. He is one of my favorites ever, judges, ever. So now, every single time Judge Frost goes live, which is so super rare, I don't get a text message. And as soon as I input all of the rest of Wisconsin, we will have more wonderful, delicious accents, I hope. Anyway, I had enough fighting with him. Enough. I can't stand him right now. I'll talk to him later. We're going to just be stuck with the @ symbol. It's just how it rolls. It's YouTube.
Probably we do. Then we'll set. How's November 13th?
That's fine, Judge.
Who are we
1:30 p.m.
watching?
for status conference.
We need to know his name in case, so we need to know if we like him or not, right? Oh shit, that's so tiny. I don't even know if that's his name. I'm gonna put it back, don't worry. I can't read that. I don't think that's his name. Because that looks like Sandra Vigil. Yeah, that's not him. Let's look down here.
People versus Johnny Costello, 25
there we go.
CR 36.
Hold on, Johnny Costello. I need to make this way bigger. Oh, no. Hugh Fan, Hugh, I don't know how to put that R. My mouth is not going to get that R in there. Hugh Fano. Huey Fano. Bite me, YouTube. Hugh Fano. I mean, I don't know if that's the judge's name, but now I got to put it back where I had it.
Patrick McCarville on behalf of Mr. Costello, who appears in custody in the courtroom for his preliminary hearing.
All right, we are set for the prelim. Are we proceeding to hearing today?
I believe so, Judge.
All right, Mr. Hensley, you may call your first witness.
Judge, I'd ask for sequestration. I don't know how many witnesses there are.
All right, so ordered.
We'd ask for a reciprocal sequestration and Sergeant Barros to be the advisory witness if Officer
Oh, we get a
Gutierrez would.
hearing.
I
Yeah.
believe Lieutenant Perry's just here as serving as a supervisor.
All right, so ordered.
First witness is Sergeant David Barros.
You swear or affirm the penalty of perjury that the testimony you're about is for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Thank you. All right, please have a seat.
Maria, if that's from today, thank you. If that was from yesterday, thank you.
Good morning, sir. Could you please state your
Okay,
name and spell your
cheers.
last name for the record?
David Barrows, Baroz.
What do you do for a living?
I am presently a sergeant and patrol co-supervisor for the Walsenburg Police Department.
How long have you been doing that?
I've been with Walsenburg PD since April of this year. I've been a sergeant since the end of July.
Any prior law enforcement before the Walsenburg PD?
Yes, sir.
What was that?
10 years with Fremont County Sheriff's Office as a patrol officer, a patrol sergeant, and a major crimes detective. 5 years with the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office as a senior patrol deputy. a year with the Walsenburg Police Department as a patrol officer, a year with the Burlington Police Department as a patrol officer, and a year and a half with the Kit
Expert
Carson County
advice,
Sheriff's Office as a patrol
Ma'am,
deputy.
expert advice.
What are your typical duties in your current position?
In my current position, in addition to standard patrol duties, I'm also required to supervise patrol shifts, review and approve reports submitted by patrol officers, various administrative duties to just keep operations running smoothly. I've recently been placed in charge of the field training program. I assist with fleet operations and maintenance. Like I said, various administrative duties.
Is one of your duties investigating crimes?
Yes, it falls under my
Maria,
my
Kelly,
mandate to
thank you for
perform
the
patrol
cheers.
duties.
Thank you.
Were you on duty on August 13th, 2025, around 3:30 p.m.?
I was.
What were you doing at that time?
About that time, I was dispatched to meet with a gentleman in the dining room of the Carl's Jr. restaurant at the corner of 7th and Main, city of Walsenburg, Huerfano County, Colorado, to take a report of a stolen vehicle.
Okay. Did you arrive on scene?
I did.
All right. What happened when you arrived on scene?
I entered the dining room and met with a Carl's Jr. employee whose identity escapes me at the moment. She pointed out the victim, Mr. Gary Reifschneider, who is an 85-year-old gentleman, extremely hard of hearing. She gave me forewarning of the communications difficulties. As soon as I met with Mr. Reifschneider, he asked me if I had a pad that we could that I could write on so we could communicate with each other because he was extremely hard of hearing.
Okay. And what did he communicate to you?
In summary, he communicated to me that he had driven his classic green Trans Am to the restaurant to have lunch. Up to and including this day, he had never felt the need to remove his keys from his vehicle before, so he had left his keys in his vehicle. When he had finished eating lunch, he went
Dumbass.
outside and his vehicle was gone.
Did he
No
give you
way.
any other information
No.
or potential leads?
He mentioned that when he was pulling up, an adult male with an adult dog and a puppy pushing a yellow shopping cart were also entering the parking lot.
Puppy
The
was
same employee
pushing a
that had pointed out
shopping
Mr. Reifschneider to me pulled up a Facebook Walsenburg Crime Watch page. I'm not a member of it. I'm not familiar with it, so I couldn't specify any further than that. On that page was a photo of a gentleman identified as Mr. Johnny Costello, and she assured me that that was the person she had seen with the shopping cart.
Did you ever find the shopping cart?
As a matter of fact, I believe the shopping cart was still there when I arrived.
The dog
Do you
has
remember
it.
where in the parking lot the shopping cart was?
According to Mr. Reifschneider's statements to me, the shopping cart was now turned over in front of the parking space where his vehicle had been.
Did he tell you that he had given anybody permission to take the car?
No, sir, he hadn't.
Okay. Did you run the car or anything like that to get ownership information or anything like that?
Mr. Reifschneider could not remember his license plate. I had dispatch run a search of the DMV database via his name. The only listing they could turn up was for a green Pontiac Sunfire. I never did quite figure out what the discrepancy was on that. But ultimately, Mr. Reifschneider was able to provide me with an insurance card bearing the vehicle identification number of his stolen car. And it did match the listing.
And is he the owner of the car?
Yes.
This Johnny Costello person, have you since become familiar with him?
I probably wouldn't know him on the street, but I do recognize him here today.
Okay. Could you just briefly describe where and what he's wearing?
He's presently wearing a Huerfano County Detentions uniform and seated at defense counsel in custody.
May the record reflect the witnesses identified the defendant?
Noted.
What did you do after getting this information, Sergeant Barros?
I believe I provided Mr. Reifschneider a courtesy ride back to his apartment. He set about looking for any documentation he could find that would specifically identify his specific green Pontiac. I contacted the manager of the apartment
Thank you,
complex where he
Monica.
lived
Thank
to see
you.
if they maintained any records of their residents' vehicles. He told me they did not. As I was leaving, that was when Mr. Reifschneider approached me with the old insurance card bearing the vehicle's identification number. And that's how I was able to confirm the registration for the Pontiac Sunfire was in fact his Pontiac Trans Am.
What'd you do after that?
After that, Officer Gutierrez and I set about checking with businesses at the intersection of 7th and Main Streets in Walsenburg, looking for potential surveillance footage from security cameras. We were unable to locate any at that time.
Okay, what next?
We started passively searching the city for the vehicle while handling other unrelated calls for service.
How'd the search go?
Well, ultimately, I would have to say the search was successful. While I was handling a completely unrelated call for service, I suddenly heard the sound of a V8 engine accelerating heavily towards my area. I happened to glance in my rearview mirror just in time to see a green Pontiac Firebird, which I recognized, pass me going eastbound on East 5th Street.
Okay, okay. All right. For a second there, Maria, thank you so much. Speedy recovery to everyone. Okay, listen. I don't know my license plate number. I think it's LYD something. Because Lydia was my ex-husband's first wife. I think I actually do know the last four. I do know my license plate number. Anyway, when he said that, when this guy stood up there and said that I heard a V8 going down the street, it was like, what are you talking about, sir? But then he said it was a Pontiac Firebird, and he's right. You actually absolutely can hear a Pontiac Firebird going down the street. No, it's a V8. So I didn't believe him at first, but he's right. You can. Sounds beautiful.
Also, at the same time I was hearing the sound of the accelerating engine, I was hearing approaching police sirens. I happened to turn and look in time to see Officer Gutierrez in the vehicle he was driving that day, following in the same direction as the green Firebird I had seen, with lights and siren activated.
Okay. You remember about what time this was?
Not specifically. I would have to review my report.
Was it still the same day?
Yes, sir. It was, I would have to say off the top of my head, it was within 2 hours of the initial call.
Okay. And do you remember the location of where you spotted the vehicle?
In subsequent conversation, apparently I don't recall that accurately. I was not with Officer Gutierrez when he spotted the vehicle.
Do you know what city and state it was in? Or
It was in the
county?
city of Walsenburg, Huerfano County, Colorado.
All right, what did you do at that point?
At that point, I canceled the unrelated call for service that I was presently handling, and moved to join the pursuit.
Okay, what happened?
I proceeded eastbound on East 5th Street, which turns into Highway 10 once you leave the city limits of Walsenburg. By that time, Officer Gutierrez had called out on the radio that the vehicle was attempting to enter northbound I-25 via the on-ramp, had failed to completely negotiate the turn, crossed the median into oncoming one-way traffic, successfully gone back over the median into his own proper lane, and then was inexplicably pulling over and slowing down.
Did you arrive at that scene?
I did.
All right, what happened then?
Officer Gutierrez and I, just due to the nature of the contact and the perceived eluding attempt, initiated a high-risk traffic stop procedure. We removed both parties from the vehicle at gunpoint. Each was detained without incident or injury.
What happened next?
Next began an investigatory detention phase where we asked Mr. Costello what he was doing with this particular vehicle. It had been reported stolen. He said he was trying to make a parole appointment. I believe he mentioned to me he had just gotten out of the Huerfano County Jail. Either he did or one of the deputies did. Honestly, I don't remember specifically off the top of my head. But I did have that information. I placed Mr. Costello in my patrol vehicle in handcuffs. His passenger at the time, I believe, was identified as Miss Jennifer Chavez. Through conversations with her and him, I found out that she was not involved in the actual taking of the car in question. He had apparently just picked her up to go with her to make his parole appointment.
Were you able to match the car up as the same as the car reported stolen?
By this time, we had located the registration record with the DMV database. We were able to identify the vehicle by the license plate, yes.
Thank you. No further questions.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Is it Sergeant Burrows?
Yes, sir, it is.
What year were you with WPD?
Previously,
Yes.
2004.
James Chamberlain, your chief?
At that time, he was a sergeant. He was my last sergeant on duty with
What-
this agency.
And what years Fremont County?
Believe that was 2010 through 2019.
I left Fremont County in 2009, so we have not worked
just missed
together.
each other.
So you testified that, I guess I'm going to ask you to clear this up for me. The registration for the car was a green Pontiac Sunfire.
According to Huerfano County Dispatch, yes, sir.
What was the discrepancy? Was the VIN number incorrect, or how did that happen?
The only explanation I can come up with without reviewing the DMV record myself is that it was misread by the dispatcher on duty. Not to speak disparagingly of another agency, but it has been known to happen here. To my discredit, I have yet to actually review that specific DMV record. I went based on the information they provided me by radio.
Was the year of the Pontiac Sunfire the same year as the Pontiac Trans Am?
As I recall, the information that was aired to me, the vehicle identification number, the year, the make, and the color all matched.
You testified that ultimately Mr. Costello ceased eluding and pulled over. Is that correct?
Ultimately, yes, sir.
Was that, based on your testimony, am I to understand that was still on the on-ramp prior to getting on I-25?
That is correct.
Or I guess the medium in between those two? There's a one-way down and a one-way up with a notoriously short merge area,
That is
correct?
correct.
Are you aware whether or not the vehicle was left running when the victim went into lunch?
I don't recall specifically asking that question of the registered owner, but I have the impression it was not.
Ultimately, how long between the initial call for service at Carl's Jr. to Mr. Costello stopped in the median?
In my previous testimony, sir, I had estimated it was within 2 hours. I would have to review dispatch logs for more specificity.
I believe your testimony was within 2 hours you saw the vehicle and heard the V8 engine. So my follow-up question, from the time you saw and heard the V8 engine on East 5th was your testimony, how many minutes elapsed until the eluding ceased and the chase had stopped?
Again, to be specific, I would have to review radio logs, but I would estimate less than 5.
Which side of Main Street were you on East 5th? Or
I
Fifth?
was in
can't
the
fix it.
100 block of East 5th Street at that time. Or I'm sorry, the 200 block of East 5th Street. I was east of Russell Avenue.
Would I be correct that it's approximately half mile or less?
Linus, where's my picture? That's all I want for Christmas is that picture. Just pretend you're taking a selfie. And the person is right back there. Easy peasy. You could take a picture of anybody that way.
To I-25 from that location.
Yes, your name's changed. So YouTube has this thing where it's testing out using people's account ID names, their account name, instead of their handle. And it drives everybody batty. And it comes and goes like, I don't know, it's just stupid. Stupid.
I would term that a fair estimate, yes, sir.
Go to work
Thank you. No
anyway.
further
Go
questions,
work
sir.
out.
No redirect. We'll call Officer Zach Gutierrez.
All right, you may step down. Thank you. You may come forward. You swear or affirm on the penalty of perjury that the testimony you're about to give this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I do. All right, please have a seat.
Good afternoon, sir. Could you please state your name and spell your last name?
No,
Officer
no,
Zachary,
no, no. You are always Linus the Great. Don't forget that.
Gutierrez, last name spelled Gutierrez.
What do you do for a living?
I'm employed with the Walsenburg Police Department as a police officer
How long have you been doing that?
since April of this year.
Any prior law enforcement experience before Walsenburg?
I was in the PTO program with Pueblo Police Department for about 2 months.
What are your typical duties as a patrol officer with the PD here?
We're responding to calls for service, performing routine criminal investigations, and enforcing traffic violations within the city.
Were you on duty on August 13th, 2025, around 3:30 p.m.?
I was.
All right. Did you get a particular call for service or anything like that at that time?
So I responded to a call for service that I heard Sergeant Barros was dispatched to, and I arrived to assist.
And how did you assist Sergeant Barros?
So I was dispatched
Drunken
to,
Smurf is the same.
Sergeant Barros was dispatched to a call for motor vehicle theft. I heard over the radio that it had occurred approximately 15 minutes prior, so I arrived in the area attempting to locate the vehicle. I drove in the immediate vicinity and then expanded my search throughout other areas of the city with negative results. I didn't locate the vehicle that was described as a green Pontiac Trans Am. After I was unable to find any vehicles matching that description, I returned to Carl's Jr., where Sergeant Barros was having an interview with the victim.
Was Carl's Jr. the original report, based on your understanding?
Based on my understanding, yes.
All right. What happened after that?
After that, Sergeant Barros concluded his interview and gave the victim a courtesy ride home. I went to the Gub Gubs restaurant and asked if they had any surveillance camera footage. The footage they showed me was not a usable angle, so I cleared the scene at that time. And while I was patrolling later on in the day, later on in the afternoon, I northbound on Russell Avenue, and I was at about 600 block. And at that time, I saw the green Pontiac matching the description heading southbound in my direction.
It's too early to be working on a project. Just grab a cup of coffee and relax.
The vehicle was about 400 block in front of the Stoke House. And when I identified the vehicle, I saw that it started to accelerate southbound and then turned eastbound onto 5th Street.
What, the 400 block of Russell or the 600 block of Russell, what city, county, and state?
This is in the city of Walsenburg, County of Huerfano, state of Colorado.
What did you do at this point?
At that point, I followed the vehicle and I activated my lights and sirens on my unmarked police vehicle.
Tell us about your police vehicle.
Was a white Ford Taurus with red and blue lights equipped and siren.
All right. Tell us about the red and blue lights.
The red and blue lights were flashing red and blue lights that are typical of law enforcement vehicles.
Okay. Where are they on the vehicle?
On that vehicle, I believe they're mounted at the top of the windshield, the interior of the vehicle. And then same with the back of the vehicle.
Are these lights visible from outside of the vehicle?
Yes.
Okay. Tell us about the siren.
Siren is an audible siren that has multiple different tones.
And is the siren loud?
Siren is loud, yes.
In your experience, does the siren sound like a police vehicle siren?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what about the lights? Do they look like police vehicle lights to you?
Yes,
Did you activate your lights and sirens at this point?
I did.
Okay. What happened next?
I observed that the vehicle failed to yield and instead began to accelerate, going down eastbound on East 5th Street. The vehicle was still pulling away from me even when I had reached speeds of approximately 65 miles an hour.
Where were you getting the 65 miles per hour from?
I looked at the speedometer on my dashboard.
Is it your understanding that that speedometer tends to be accurate?
Yes,
Do you know what the speed limit was in that area when you were going 65?
in that area, the speed limit is 30 miles per hour.
Okay. What's around that area?
It's a residential area.
And was the green car staying with you? Were you catching it? Was it pulling away?
It was pulling away from me.
Okay, what happened next?
So the vehicle continued to where the road becomes Highway 10 and there's an exit to get on the on-ramp to I-25. The vehicle then tried to make a right turn onto the on-ramp and appeared to lose control. It struck a road sign and kicked up a thick cloud of dust that I initially could not see through. So I slowed down and cautiously proceeded through that cloud of dust. And I saw that the green vehicle was now it was in the lane for the other side of the ramp where the exiting traffic comes going against traffic. And so I stayed on my side going with traffic, and then I saw the vehicle veer over to the right back into the correct lane, and then it veered off to the left in the median ditch where it finally came to rest.
Okay. Did you approach the vehicle and occupants at that time?
I didn't approach the vehicle at that time. I exited my vehicle and I ordered the occupants out of the vehicle at gunpoint and ordered the driver to walk backwards toward where I was positioned.
Okay. If you saw that driver again, would you recognize that person?
She needs
would.
a
Do
raise.
you recognize that person anywhere in the courtroom?
I do.
Briefly describe where that person is and what they're wearing.
He's sitting right there to my left wearing the orange and white jail clothing.
May the record reflect the witnesses identified the defendant.
Noted.
All right, what did you do at this point?
At this point, Sergeant Barros arrived behind me and he took the suspect into custody.
Man asking the real questions.
There were other
How was the car? Is it
sheriff's
okay?
deputies and Walsenburg PD officers who arrived to help secure the scene. When the suspect was taken into custody, he made a spontaneous utterance to Sergeant Barros that he had stolen the car to make it to his appointment with the parole officer out of town. He didn't want to miss that meeting. And so then he was placed, after being searched, into Sergeant Barros' vehicle. He was transported to jail and I remained at the scene to, I took some photos of where he had hit the road sign, took photos of some of the debris and the damage to the sign as well as the vehicle, and I stayed with the vehicle until the owner arrived on scene.
Did you get the driver's name?
It was Johnny Costello.
May I approach, Your Honor?
You may.
Officer, I've handed you with the pre-marked as People's Exhibit 1 through 7 that start with 1. Do you recognize that item?
I do.
What do you reckon?
I dated a Firebird once. I can't remember his name. I think it's Chris, but I know it was a Firebird and it was great.
Recognize it to be?
This is the vehicle that I pursued.
What about the location the vehicle's in that photo? What is it?
It's the location on the on-ramp for I-25.
Okay. Is it the location where the vehicle finally stopped?
Yes,
Okay. Is that a fair and accurate representation of what you observed on that day?
it appears to be yes.
Can you tell us what's depicted in People's Exhibit 2?
Another picture of the vehicle, a little closer up.
All right. Fair and accurate representation of what you observed on that day?
Yes,
Tell us what's depicted in People's Exhibit 3.
that would be the driver's side rear quarter panel and area of the car.
Okay. Anything else notable in that picture?
There's damage to the vehicle, and also Sergeant Barros is in the frame.
Fair and accurate representation of what you observed on that day?
Yes,
If you take a look at People's Exhibit 4.
yes, sir. That is a close-up of that same part of the vehicle and the rear tail light on the driver's side, which appeared damaged, and there was matching debris that I found in the road as well.
Accurate representation of what you observed that day?
Yes,
People's Exhibit 5.
that's a photo of the road sign that was knocked over when the Trans Am struck it. And
Fair and accurate representation of what the road sign looked like after being struck?
yes,
People's Exhibit 6.
that's a photo of some of the debris near the road sign that matched the taillight lens damage on the vehicle.
Fair and accurate representation of what you observed on that day?
Yes,
People are going to move to enter People's Exhibit 1 through 7 into evidence, Your Honor.
No objection.
People's 1 through 7 are admitted.
And if you would publish those to the court, Officer Gutierrez, I guess while still keeping your distance.
Thank you.
No further questions.
Good afternoon, officer. Was any bodily injury caused during your pursuit? At any point during the pursuit, did anybody get hurt?
no, not to my knowledge.
Anybody get killed?
No,
You testified that the Trans Am willfully increased the speed. Is that correct? That was your perception after you turned on your emergency lights? Your testimony was the driver of that vehicle increased their speed.
that was my perception, yes.
Once the pursuit stopped and you testified you had the driver back up at gunpoint, I want to turn your attention to the damage to the vehicle. You've testified there was a little bit of debris, broken taillights, quarter panel.
Okay. We see this. We see it. We see that cops catch cars that are they're chasing, and then they get the people out of the car, and at gunpoint they have them move towards them. Think about that. Think about having like 4 people holding a gun against you, making you walk toward them. You have to walk toward the gun. Yeah, that would suck. That would suck to have that happen to you. I mean, they have to, and we're always glad that they do that. We are glad they pull out their guns and they say, "Get on the ground" or whatever. But man, I would just really not want that to be me ever, ever, ever.
Question to you is, was the vehicle operable after it came to a stop? If you can answer the question.
I'm not a mechanic, but based on what I could tell, the vehicle did not appear operable, and it was towed due to being inoperable.
Can you answer the question whether or not the vehicle was totaled from this circumstance or not? Do you know?
I don't know. I can't answer that question.
Could you summarize the damage that you perceived on the vehicle? We've heard about the rear quarter panel. You've testified about a tail light was broken and scattered. Any other obvious damage that you observed?
Well, when the owner arrived, they attempted to drive the vehicle and it wasn't able to move. I don't know if there was something wrong with the transmission or the motor, but it was not able to leave the scene on its own power.
Are you able to answer the question? Through your perception, do you know what caused the vehicle to become inoperable as compared to the body damage?
Um,
Can you answer that question or not? That's my first question.
I'm not able to answer that.
Okay. No further questions. Thank you, sir. Hope you feel better.
No redirect, the people rest.
You may step down. Thank you.
No witnesses, Judge.
All right. I don't believe I need argument from the prosecution, but I'll give you an opportunity, Mr. McCarville, if you wish to make argument.
Judge, I'll stand on the record.
All right. Viewing the evidence in the light most favorable to the people, the court does find probable cause that defendant Mr. Costello did commit the vehicular eluding offense and the motor vehicle theft offense. Counts 1 and 2 are bound over for trial.
So this is different. This is completely a different situation. Remember yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I was talking about Grand Theft Auto and how it should be more than just, someone burglarizing, because this is their livelihood. So burglary is terrible because someone is going into your home. If it's your home burglary, that scares you for the rest of your life. Grand Theft Auto is terrible because that's your livelihood, and everything is screwed up when you lose your car for a while. It takes a while. I don't know anybody who can just go out and buy a car today. I'm gonna go buy a car today, right? This one's different because this sounds like it was a restored classic muscle car. So I think life without the possibility of parole is an acceptable punishment. Yeah, it's a creeper. I was looking for a frickin' car, but stupid Twitch doesn't have a emoji of a car. I guess I could resort to YouTube. Car. Okay, yeah, that looks just absolutely like a Firebird. So disappointing. So, yeah, so this one is different. This one's not just Grand Theft Auto. This is Grand Theft something. I need a word. I need a word to insert into there.
Mr. McCarville.
Judge had asked for an arraignment on Thursday, October 9th.
All right, October 9th, 1 p.m. for arraignment. Anything further today?
No, thank you, Judge.
All right. Thank you. We're in recess.
Judge, what's the bond currently set at?
What's that?
Can the court clarify what the bond is currently set at?
I will double check it.
Finished parole since this incident occurred, Judge. So Mr. Costello is there's no parole hold actively.
All right. I'll tell you what, I'll set it at cash or surety. That's the standard bond
muted.
amount, given the fact that the parole hold is
I was muted.
no longer in place.
It's 5:30 in the morning, and my freaking cat is outside making a racket because he wants inside. And if I leave him there, the neighbors are gonna get pissed off at me. So I do have to go downstairs and wrangle this cat back into this house so he shuts up. I will be right back. Hopefully this plays for 2 minutes. But it's not going to in 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Watch. End of the docket.
that should be sufficient for the purposes of bond, I believe.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. We're recessed.
Thank you.
Sorry, comes on quickly sometimes. The new system we're trying to adjust.
This is on standardized field sobriety tests.
Yes, on I'm not an instructor or anything, so I'm not.
Mother of his child, that they had known each other for roughly 1 year and 5 months, that they found out she was pregnant roughly 3 months into their relationship. He said the date, August 15th, 2024, indicated he knows Mr. Lauterbach. He indicated that was Miss Lauterbach's father.
And your training teaches you to look for clues.
And Adams County cases, there is no restitution being sought. So modification of the protection order, we would still like to address today.
Denied.
And the
People were previously on notice for that modification.
Motion denied, counsel. We're not doing that.
All right.
Like I say, I'm happy to just change his placement right now. We can just do that and be done with this case. I'm giving him the benefit of potentially getting some other resolution as his new case. But we're not doing, but that's the options here. This is straightforward. So
I think the people have something they'd like to address with the named victim in the case.
I understand the court's position, but I just wanted to let the court know that a victim is here and was requesting a change to the protective order. I'll defer to the court.
No.
Understand. Okay, understood. Your Honor.
So we would ask the people to be on notice both for bond and the protection order modification. I do believe there's a right to a hearing, so I guess we'll just set this within 14 days.
I don't agree with that, counsel. On a community corrections complaint, I don't believe there is a right to a bond on that case.
I don't believe.
So I disagree with you. So let's set this for status at a time when the case is likely to get to courtroom 5C. And we'll give Mr. Perez Garza the benefit of potentially some resolution there. November 6th.
That's fine with the people.
Right. Okay, November 6th. Thank you.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm just confirming with regards to the procedure for revocation in this case, and that there isn't a
It's
time.
not a revocation, it's a change of placement, it's a resentencing. So let's address resentencing right now. We'll just deal with this right now.
Mhm. What I would ask for the court in this case is to ensure we don't have to do this long way to set within 14 days in 5C.
No, it's set for a change of placement. Community Corrections has terminated him for, as the reason stated in the complaint, and so it's here today for resentencing. So address the appropriate sentence, in this case for Mr. Perez Garza. That's what we're doing. It's not a revocation hearing, it's a resentencing. So you can address what sentence you want me to impose on Mr. Perez Garza.
Your Honor, I believe that perhaps setting this over to 5C would be more appropriate after that preliminary hearing, again, just to follow that. For understanding how preliminary hearings often do come out in favor of the prosecution and then just bound over that case to match. So if it's any way possible, we can set this into 5C on, sorry, October the 23rd, and then set the bound over the new case after the preliminary hearing to match that case, just to get both going together.
Right, so what the court's suggestion was, which I understand is being objected to by one of the two attorneys here, is to set this in this courtroom for a status on the date that we gave you, with the understanding that if the case is bound over to 5C, this case will be moved to 5C. That's what I suggested. I heard an objection to that. If there's objection to that, we'll just do the resentencing right here now. Which option do you want to do?
We will go ahead and take the date, and the date will be here with an assumption the reassignment order will follow once the case binds up.
So ordered.
All right, thanks. And I do want to make sure that people are on notice of the next hearing with regards to both bond and the protection order. Thank you.
Judge Lex can deal with that if it gets to 5C.
Lady,
Another position.
shut up. You just wiggled out of a tough spot. You're going to keep talking?
Bond on revocation or resentencing. So we can disagree, I suppose. I'm about done. So is there a quick bond we can do?
I have a very fast on bond.
Sorry. The black case, I think she just needs to apply.
Oh, that's what I have too.
Okay, you could, no, you go ahead.
Okay. Can I call number 46?
So I don't think we're going to get to number 46 because there's only a minute left, but we're going to try.
Mr. Ragland?
46 is 25 CR 3785 versus Darius Ragland.
Chad Grell for the people.
And Julie Hutchinson on behalf of Mr. Ragland. He's bonded out since the last court date in 3G. He let me know that he did submit an application to the public defender. We don't have it as having yet been processed by our office. I told him that he's going to go right over to our main office at the Civic Center building right after court and figure out.
Excuse me, folks, take your conversations out in the hallway.
And figure out what else he needs to do to complete the application. So I'm asking for as brief a set over as the court can accommodate for, I guess, appearance of counsel.
Okay.
No objection.
October 10th. That's fine, thank you.
All right, October 10th, 8:30 for appointment of counsel. We're going to recess until 1:30 for lunch. Thanks, everybody.
Okay, he was hungry. That's why he was so cranky. Is that Egelhoff? Is that come here. Oh, I have to
Competent or incompetent.
right here. Martin
It's device C.
Egelhoff? I think we need more of him. He's not C3. He's not G3. That's all I know right now. But we need more of him because he seems to get a little cranky. Okay, now we are in, I think we're still in Colorado, just a different county. And I don't, hold on, let me get rid of chat real quick. Wrong chat. Oh, come on. Joshua Lehman. Let's see if we like Joshua. We normally love Joshua's. I can't fix it, Metal. I cannot fix it. Oh, thank you,
is
Joshua.
completing the domestic violence treatment.
Now I'm mad at
They can
Josh.
ask me to change your probation to unsupervised, and I can do that. But I'm gonna start you off on supervision for those, these cases, okay? In all cases, the probation will run current. Supervised deferred sentences. There'll be no violations of law except for minor traffic infractions. For your DUI case, we have to do, well, you've got a good start. Just get everything done, including your 52 hours of therapy within 12 months, okay? And then probation will have you on random sobriety monitoring. And then, there's the rest of the community service, the 48 hours, and then you did the victim impact and all?
Yes.
But I don't.
I have it for here, I can file
Okay, can you upload that?
Yes.
And so I'll put a note that you've already done the victim impact planning. So finish up your community service within 11 months, that won't be a problem. We'll do September 2nd, 2026. Remember, while you're on these deferred sentences, there's no alcohol, recreational marijuana, or illicit drug use. In your DUI matter, I'll suspend the fine. You'll still have the $100 persistent drunk driving surcharge and other court costs. And then, did the DA have restitution on that?
Give me just a moment.
Good. Well, he's looking for that, with regard to your domestic violence charges, you'll just need to report to probation and set up your intake. You'll complete an approved certified domestic violence counseling program and file proof of your completion. You may be supervised in an intensive or alternative probation program to be determined by probation with program-specific conditions imposed. I'm gonna take out the, community service. That was in 24/7/256. We're gonna have enough stuff to do with your domestic violence treatment and secondary contact. I also don't want you writing a letter of apology. That's something that, will be up to your treatment and therapy, domestic violence providers on whether or not that's something that's appropriate.
Well, 4 out of 5 of our current scientists don't believe in science.
And so, has that protection or, I don't think it's been that. I don't believe it has, so that would also be a violation. Sure, should follow that term. So we'll get rid of that. And so you must comply with all restrictions and obligations imposed by probation, which may include but are not limited to no alcohol, marijuana, or illicit drug use, monitored interviews, employment or education requirements, place of residence restrictions on travel or relocation, and other therapy or counseling. And make sure you abide by that protection order, okay? And have no contact with Mr. Davis. Okay. Understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
That's gonna go for the 24 months for the duration of your case.
Okay.
Do you have restitution, Mr. Shea?
Yes, Shauna, I'm getting that printed right now.
How much is it?
It is $75.
It took you that long to find $75, sir?
That's just part of what you have to pay for with your fees on the DUI matter.
That was $70.
$75 for your chemical test. You can pay that to the clerk of court and they'll make sure that is it the El Paso County Sheriff's Department?
Yes, Shauna.
We'll make sure that they get reimbursed. So then in the 24-8116, it's the same conditions. As your other domestic
I'm going to be walking so much today. Man, I'm going to think of you all day long.
Case. The community service in that case is for your DUI. So that should cover everything. Do you have any questions?
I don't think so.
Sure.
When is that 75 due?
They're gonna wrap that all up with, all of your other court costs and things. So if you wanted to swing into room 120, you can set up a payment plan.
Okay.
But that's just one of one of the fees and costs of the case.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Thank you.
Courthouse paper.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Mr. Albermite, did you want to recall Ms. Weishart then?
Yes, Judge, thank you.
Okay, and so this is the 23T9513 to Ms. Weishart. Would that be?
Yes, sir.
So I am not interested necessarily in revoking and reinstating. I just want her to get this stuff done. It's 24 hours.
She can do it in
And
jail.
alive at 25.
Yes, Judge,
Then the two case.
yes. I think she is more than capable of doing the 24 hours of community service. The Alive at 25 will no longer accept Ms. Weishart because she is 25 years old and turned 25 a few days before the deferred sentence expired.
Oof, that's unfortunate for
Do
her.
a master drive or something.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
What's going on with the 25 CR 1654?
That case is currently set for trial on January 12th in Division 60.
Set for trial?
Yes.
Okay. So Ms. Weishart, we're at the end of the road here. We gotta get this done, okay?
I will, Your Honor.
I'm gonna give you one last extension. And then we'll just be at the point of revocation with a jail sentence, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm gonna have you back for one final date. November 6th at 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right. Are we ready?
Yes, Your Honor. Can the court call Adam Castaneda?
Yes. Is that for sentencing today?
Yes, Your Honor. Does the court have a copy of the plea paperwork?
Not.
May I approach?
Yes.
All right, I realize it.
Okay. Are we ready for sentencing then?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, sir, tell me your name for the record.
Castaneda,
All right, and how old are you?
just turned 38.
Are you under the influence of any alcohol or drugs or anything that would prevent you from understanding what we're doing today?
No, Your Honor,
And have you ever served in the United States military?
I have not.
All right. How much schooling have you had?
I'm about done with the valuation classes.
Just
Oh.
high school.
Oh, high school, sorry. High school, yes.
Okay. All right. And so are you satisfied with the advice of your lawyer?
Yes.
You need any more time with him this morning?
I do not.
So he went through the rights that you're giving up by pleading guilty today. Do you have a good understanding of those rights?
I do. Yes.
And do you wish to give them up
Whiteout worked great back in the day, but now it makes my monitor all weird.
and go forward with your plea agreement?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, and so your lawyer also through the elements as well as the possible penalties. Do you have a good understanding of those?
Smells
I
great
do.
though.
So this would be a second offense, Mr. Black?
Correct, Your Honor.
And so there's no language about jail.
The agreement was for 10 days straight or 30 days work release.
We don't have work release.
I mean, in home detention, sorry.
Yeah, I don't have that in the paperwork.
Of course it was the
Can we
lawyer's
write
fault.
it in?
Yes.
Approach?
Yep. Yeah, I don't have it. It's set fast. So, sir, is anybody pressuring, coercing, or putting any undue influence on your plea guilty?
No, ma'am.
Is your plea knowing and voluntary?
Yes.
Okay, tell me what makes you guilty of this charge.
I was just driving a motor vehicle and just was impaired in El Paso County and
Oh, what were you just in there on?
alcohol.
What kind?
Beer.
Beer?
Yeah.
How many beers had you had?
I had about two. Actually, I had 2 beers and a shot of alcohol. Whiskey.
Alcohol.
Whiskey. Right here. Okay, thanks.
What was your shot?
Whiskey.
Okay, so then you operated a motor vehicle?
Yeah.
And was this, it looks like on March 25th of this year,
Correct.
and you were in El Paso County,
Correct.
state of Colorado?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, then how do you plead to the charge?
Guilty.
Then I will find that you understand the nature of the charge, the elements of the offense, and the possible penalties. That your plea is knowing and voluntary, it's not the result of any undue influence, pressure, or coercion. You understand the rights you're giving up and the effect of the plea agreement. You are not under the influence of any alcohol or drugs today,
No, ma'am.
and there is a factual basis for your plea. So I will find you guilty of driving while ability impaired. That is an unclassified misdemeanor. And so,
Clarice.
Mr. Black, did you want to be heard prior to sentencing?
Crystal, I got you mixed up with Clarice because of a
taking this extremely
stupid
serious.
act.
He's already completed 20 hours of the alcohol education. I do have proof if the court would like to see that. He's already enrolled in useful public service. When he got this charge, he was merely almost passing through Colorado. He was staying with his mom for a couple of months. Since then, he has relocated to Wisconsin and he's gone through the moving expenses coming back here. He's of course going to be missing work. We would ask the court for 2 years of probation. And if any of the fines can be suspended, we'd appreciate that.
Okay, and he wants to do the 10 days of jail.
Correct, Your Honor.
When does he want to start that?
Tomorrow?
All right. And so, sir, I will place you on a 24-month supervised probation. There'll be no violations of law except for minor traffic infractions. And you need to finish up all of your level 2 and 86 hours of therapy within 16 months. You'll be on random sobriety monitoring for the duration of the treatment. Mr. Black, you've talked to him about interstate compact.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm going to walk over to probation after this.
Okay. And so then you'll have your 48 hours to finish up and the 2 hours with the victim impact panel within 11 months, so that's September 2nd of next year.
Correct.
You'll comply with the standard terms of probation as issued by the probation officer, who may be supervised in an intensive or alternative probation program as determined by probation with specific conditions imposed. Remember, while you're on probation, there's no alcohol, recreational marijuana, or illicit drug use. I'm gonna suspend the $200 fine. You will have a $200 persistent drunk driving surcharge and other court costs. And so I'll have you report for your 10 days of straight jail tomorrow. That's October 3rd by 6:00 p.m. And so as long as you report by 6:00 p.m., then you'll have credit for that day. And then you'll just serve out the rest of the sentence, okay? Actually, it's a refusal. So 1 year of jail will be suspended. Do you have any questions for me, sir?
No, if it's just, the start date would be tomorrow and then 10 days after that.
Tomorrow, report by 6 p.m. Yep.
And
No good time?
And then you'll just serve out the 10 days. Okay? So we'll have a copy of the probation order and then you'll be good to go.
yeah, it's just trying to balance it back and forth, moving and stuff like that, just trying to.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you need to go over to probation and probably talk to them too.
Yep.
So,
Thank you very much.
okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Judge Hank Kaiser? Yes. Okay, so that's gonna be, 25T 1302 and 25T 4347. And we're set for sentencing. Are we ready?
Yes,
we are. Sir, tell me your full name for the record.
Hank Kaiser,
All right. And so, Mr. Kaiser, how old are you?
45.
I don't have to paperwork. Oh, on this one, Miss Sullivan.
Let me get that. I'm so sorry. I think that was in the file. I'll recall this case in just a minute.
Okay. And sir, what's your name? Yeah.
I'm the father.
Oh, okay. And how about you, ma'am? Okay, come on up, Miss Wagner. This is 22 on 7466. All right, and so, Ms. Wagner, you were set for a hearing today. We're gonna complete your parenting class and 40 hours of community service, pay your costs and fines.
The fines and costs have been, or the fines have been paid, and I finished the class, but I have not yet finished the community service. I finally got the money to pay for it. And I was gonna go do it yesterday, but they were closed before I could. So the community service to go pay for it, 'cause it's been
She
taking me
went
a
at
lot to
11
get
p.m.
the money just to pay for it.
Okay, so you're saying you have a zero balance? You paid the fines and costs?
Yeah, the fine got paid.
Okay. And then how about, did you bring proof of the parenting class?
I have it on my phone, the certificate, because they emailed it to me.
Could you just show the DA for me?
Yeah. Oh, you don't have it emailed to?
Your Honor, I did see the certificate of completion.
Of the parenting class?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so then talk to me about the community service. You have the $120.
I have the money in hand today to go pay for it so I can get it started and done.
Okay.
I just need a little bit more time to do it.
It's the 24 hours or 3 days in jail, if that's easier.
No, it's 40 hours.
Definitely cheaper. I'm sorry, 40 hours is 4 days in jail.
Yeah, I would rather not go to jail.
Okay, so you're gonna get signed up today?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna give you a last continuance to get it done.
Okay.
Okay, so you gotta get that done, and the
Yeah.
reason I'm working with you is because you got your parenting class done and you've got everything paid, so we really just need 40 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you. Are you working full time?
No.
Then why are you worried about?
I have
Getting
two kids.
county time to get it.
I have two kids with court issues and medical issues too.
Oh. Okay,
And so that's most of my job is my kids.
all right. I'm gonna have you back. I'm gonna give you 2 months, okay? So December 4th at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
That's longer than I would normally give you, but I want you to make sure you get that done.
Okay.
Otherwise, just plan on the 4 days.
Okay.
So December 4th at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you. Okay, you're working on paperwork, Miss Sullivan.
Yes.
Mr. Lopez?
Yes, Judge, I can call.
Okay, tell me your name, sir.
Aaron Lopez.
All right. And we've got the 25T666 set for 7 seen today.
Yes, Judge.
All right, so Mr. Lopez, tell me how old you are.
21.
Have you ever served in the United States military?
I am not.
How much schooling have you had?
Up to a sophomore year.
All right. Were you able to read and understand the paperwork okay?
I was, yes.
All right. And so are you under the influence of any alcohol or drugs or anything that would prevent you from understanding what we're doing today?
No, Your Honor.
And are you satisfied with the advice of your lawyer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do we need any more time with him this morning?
No, Your Honor.
Right.
Colorado.
So Mr. Abernathy,
Yes, it is,
through
but I don't
all
know
of
which
the
county.
rights that
Maybe
you're
they'll
giving
say.
up by pleading guilty today, do you have a good understanding of those?
No.
All of those rights, like
Don't. Good morning, Josh. Did you see what he did to us at the very beginning of the docket? I put Judge Josh on, and he stopped streaming immediately. I had to find a different judge. Rude? Josh? Rude?
the right to a trial and things like that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So do you wish to give those rights up and go forward with your plea agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is anybody pressuring, coercing, or putting any undue influence on you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
All right. And is your plea knowing and voluntary?
Yes, Your
You
Honor.
know what you're doing and want to do it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. And so then tell me what makes you guilty of this charge. What did you do?
I took some Klonopin and smoked about a gram or two of marijuana 5 hours before driving a automobile to Denver Airport, and then I got pulled over on the interstate speeding a couple hours later.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were.
Sounds to me like this 21-year-old kid doesn't feel like he's really guilty of anything, but that's just me.
Pulled over in El Paso County, state of Colorado?
Yes, Your Honor.
And then this was on January
All right,
12th,
we're in El Paso,
2025.
It was, Your Honor, yes.
Colorado.
All right, then how do you plead to the charge?
Guilty.
Then I will find that you understand the nature of the charge, the elements of the offense, as well as the possible penalties. That your plea is knowing and voluntary. It's not the result of any undue influence, pressure, or coercion. You understand the rights you're giving up and the effect of the plea agreement. You are not under the influence of any alcohol or drugs today. And there's a factual basis for your plea. And so I'll find you guilty of driving while ability impaired. That is an unclassified misdemeanor. And so, Mr. Abermite, did you want to be heard prior to sentencing?
No, Judge, I believe Mr. Lopez and I have already gone through his evaluation with probation, and he understands what he needs to do with level 2 and track A, I believe.
Okay. So we'll go through the sentencing on this, Mr. Lopez, but it does look like I have a warrant on a 25 CR 4409 that I have to execute.
Yes, Judge, she's prepared to be remanded.
Okay.
Good
All
morning,
right. And
Kelly
so
Love.
I'll place you on the 12-month supervised probation. And there'll be no violations of law except for minor traffic infractions. You've got to do level 2 education and 42 hours of therapy. I want you to enroll within 10 days and get everything done within 10 months, okay?
Cool.
You'll be on random sobriety monitoring for the duration of your treatment. You've got the 48 hours of community service and 2 hours of victim impact panel. I'll give you 11 months to get that done, so that'll be September 2nd of next year. You'll comply with the standard terms of probation as issued by your probation officer. You may be supervised in an intensive or alternative probation program as determined by probation with specific conditions imposed. Remember, while you're on this deferred sentence, there's no alcohol, recreational marijuana, or illicit drug use. There is a $200 fine that I will suspend. There's a $100 persistent drunk driving surcharge and other court costs. And did the people have restitution on this one?
Yes, Your Honor, we do. I'm gonna print.
Right, right.
So any restitution, we just have to pay that to the clerk of court. And then they'll get it to the agency.
Right.
The good news for you is if you get everything done and stay out of trouble, your case is dismissed and sealed. Okay?
Awesome.
All right, so we'll have a copy of the probation order and then I'll call the deputies. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Court office, Angie.
Hi there, this is Judge Gerhart in Division H, and I have a remand.
Okay, Division H. All right, I'll get someone out there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Ms. Garcia, who? Watson. Walter Watson. Oh. Okay. So that's 24M3638. He has already a warrant in this case from the personal recognizance bond people.
I just saw that.
So we'll just let you know when we get them picked up.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Warrants. This is.
Oh, no, I'm using the cards. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. No.
I have no idea what you want me to do a poll for, none whatsoever, not even the slightest clue. I think a song. I will make a poll. You tell me what to type right now. I'm triple tasking. I'm sorry. Thank you. Oh, and the judge left the bench. Judge.
You have a good understanding of
And
those
she's back.
rights? And you wish to give them up and go forward with your two plea agreements here?
Yes, ma'am.
Is anybody pressuring, coercing, or putting any undue influence on you?
No, ma'am.
And is your plea knowing and voluntary? So the careless driving is 25T4347. And that is a class 2 misdemeanor traffic offense. And it looks like in that case, you'll just have the 12 months of unsupervised probation and then pay court costs or surcharges that you have.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we can take care of that off the record unless you have any questions. No? All right. So then in the driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs, do you have any questions about the elements or the possible penalties in that case? And tell me what makes you guilty of driving under the influence.
I chose to smoke some marijuana with my friends. We were just hanging out, having a good day, and that evening, not realizing that I was under the influence of marijuana, I got my vehicle and was on my way back to the north side of town to my friend's house. When I got pulled over and was prepared to drive the vehicle. So,
All right. And did you also have some methamphetamine?
yeah, that was in my system prior to the week before that. I'd had a bad week and I just kind of lost focus on my therapy and the stuff I had already completed because a year ago I completed CAE and just kind of got off track. Now I go back to my one-on-ones with my peer coach and just kind of just pull myself back onto where I need to be.
Getting back on the tracks?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So after some THC and methamphetamine, you operated a motor vehicle? And that would have been on January 10th, 2025?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you in El Paso County, state of Colorado?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sir, then how do you plead to the charge? Then I'll find that you understand the nature of the charge, the elements of the offense, as well as the possible penalties. That your plea is knowing and voluntary. It's not the result of any undue influence, pressure, or coercion. You understand the rights you're giving up, as well as the possible penalties. And you are not under the influence of any alcohol or drugs today. There's a factual basis for your plea, so I'll find you guilty of driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs. That's an unclassified misdemeanor. Did you want to be heard prior to sentencing, Ms. Sullivan?
I would just ask that the court follow the agreement as written, and I would ask that the court impose unsupervised probation for Mr. Kaiser. He is currently on parole. He, his estimated sentence discharge date is 7/8 of 2026. So he is being supervised by a parole officer. Just so the court is aware, our office, as well as Mr. Kaiser, has had contact with the parole officer, and they have said that it will result in some sanctions, however, not a referral to the parole board. So we would just ask that this be unsupervised for Mr. Kaiser.
What do you mean, this case?
Yes, that probation be unsupervised.
Okay, but it'll be sanctions, but he's not gonna get revoked. Correct, okay.
All right, guys, don't hurt my feelings. Don't just pick what you think you want us to hear. Pick what's in your heart, guys. Pick what's in your heart. I had to take Cindy out of Cindy Lauper because it was too many letters and YouTube had a fit. Sent me all kinds of bad error messages. Yeah, there's always better songs. Pick any song, and there are better songs. You can pick, oh well, except for Jude's outro. Jude's outro is the best song, hands down. Where's Jude? Am I? How are you? I haven't seen you in forever. Oh my gosh, Aquanet, hello. All right, none of the above. I thought one would be a clear winner, and it's not. Although, one of them is so overplayed that it just hurts. Thank you, Linus. Thank you. Listen, I can't fix the @ in chat. I can't fix your names. It's not me. It's YouTube. I absolutely can't fix it. You want to know why? ChatGPT told me I can't. So, you know those AIs are never wrong. Never. They are all overplayed.
All right. Do the people have a position?
No, Your Honor, we'll just defer to the court.
So, sir, since you are on parole, I'll go ahead and do an unsupervised probation. That'll save you some probation costs. And so that'll be a 12-month unsupervised probation, no violations of law except for minor traffic.
You're not picking for yourselves. You're picking for CJ.
Infractions. You need to do your level 2 in 42 hours, and I want you to get that done within 10 months. You'll be on random sobriety monitoring for your treatment. While you're in treatment, are you doing random sobriety monitoring then? Sounds like with parole.
You're picking
So that's fine. I'll just
for
put
CJ.
your parole,
CJ picked the songs because you're picking for CJ.
so you're not duplicating your efforts. And then you'll have your 48 hours of community service, 2 additional hours with the victim impact panel. I'll give you 11 months to get that done, so that'll be September 2nd of next year. Remember, there's no alcohol, recreational marijuana, or illicit drug use while you're on your probation.
Yay,
I will
Kelly.
suspend the
Thank
$600
you.
fine.
Thank you, Kelly.
So you won't have to pay that. There is the $100 persistent drunk driving surcharge and other court costs. And then the $30.54 for your chemical test. And you can pay that to the clerk of court and they'll get it to the Colorado State Patrol. Do you have any questions for me? Okay, then we will have a copy of this for you and then you'll be good to go. All right, thank you. So. We'll go through the.
Exactly. It is
Mr. Abermite, did you ever get
for
hold of Bradley Elliott?
CJ, so it's clearly
No,
girls
Doc.
just want to have fun.
So.
Oof, I love rock and roll. It's great. It's too short though. It needs to be twice the size.
Oh, Bradley Elliott, that's 273614 and 272948.
Okay. I'm going to end this poll and end this stream. You are stuck with Boys of Summer. So, 15 people out of the 37 voted. And it's Boys of Summer. Enjoy. Alright, listen guys. On Thursday, I am going to replay an old stream with Judge Crawford. Okay? Alright, you with me so far? It's a divorce hearing. If you want a sneak peek at what I am going to show on Thursday, hopefully I remember Thursday morning, there's a 10-minute, I don't know, it's not 10 minutes, yeah, 10-minute video of what I'm going to show. Some of you might slightly remember it, but it was 2 years ago. That's right. I've been showing Judge Crawford for 2 years now. Yes, I have. So, you can get a it's so much more than just that 10 minutes though. That 10 minutes is just a tiny taste of what you are all going to see. Yes. On Thursday. I can't wait for Thursday. Tomorrow, I don't know. I have no idea what the content's going to be like tomorrow. It could be very, very, very sketchy. Because I'm working so long today. I'm just going to hit record, come home from work, and stop recording. And then tomorrow, we're just going to watch it. So, no, I do not show videos. That's what other people do. I talk a lot. Guys, thank you so much for coming out. I really, really appreciate it. I will see you again in OJ 5 minutes. Bye, guys.
Well, I thought I'd write a happy song. I found a chat room where I belong. You don't know how much it means to me. With such a groove, I'm less lonely. Oh, Kathy's the creator, she's leading the way. At Court Vibes, we laugh and we stay. Her smile shines bright, she's got that grace. Come join the fun, it's a welcome and play. I can count on distraction from my pain, 'cause this creator takes you there and back again. Kathy is the heart here, always in stride. Her work is hard, but her joy she can't hide. Oh, Kathy's the creator, she's leading the way. At Court Vibes, we laugh and we stay. Her style is classy, she's always top shelf. Don't take my word, come and see for yourself. Her cases are new with a twist or two. I really like them, I believe you will too. A little lifeline passed along in rhyme. Why don't you join us? It's a guaranteed good time. side.